Have you ever thought, I drink a lot of water or I drink enough water, so why do I still feel dehydrated? If you've ever had dry skin, low energy, tight muscles, your body doesn't repair fast after a workout, or you get that mid-afternoon crash and yet your labs look fine, then this episode's for you, because here's the question nobody asks. Are you trying to solve a physics problem with a chemistry solution? Because you can filter your water, you can add minerals, you can do all the electrolyte powders, but if your body can't organize water at the cellular level, it's like pouring water into a system that can't use it. Today, we're going to talk about the hidden physics of hydration. And the moment you get this, you'll understand why things like sunlight, movement, grounding, and even the way water moves in nature or you vortex it at home optimizes your hydration. So if you've been doing everything right and you still are not feeling hydrated, then don't skip this conversation. All right, so you bought the reverse osmosis system, maybe the fancy countertop, even with the remineralizer. And you researched the TDS levels at your home, you balanced your electrolytes, you maybe even added trace minerals back in. You feel like you did everything right, but you're still dehydrated. Your skin maybe feels dry, your energy crashes mid-afternoon, your fascia feels tight, you're prone to injuries, maybe your lips are a little cracked. So what's missing? I'm here today to tell. Let's start where most people start. Let's talk about the chemistry. When you bought the water filtration system, you were thinking about the chemistry, right? I mean, most of us do. What's in my water? What are these contaminants in my water? Are there minerals after it's cleansed? What are the electrolytes in it? What's the TDS? How much fluoride? How much chlorine? Chloramines? The list goes on. Listen, I'm not saying that the chemistry doesn't matter. It absolutely does. But here's what I want us to understand. The chemistry is only a fraction of the equation. Think about it this way. Imagine two identical twins. They have the same DNA, same genetic makeup, but one lives in a chaotic, stressful environment. The other lives in rhythm, gets morning sun, movement, grounding, sleeps well. Same chemistry, same genes, completely different biology. That's because biology doesn't just respond to chemistry. Biology responds to structure, organization, and coherence. And water, it's the same. You can have chemically perfect water on paper, balanced minerals, the ideal pH, zero contamination, and still experience poor cellular hydration. Why? Because the water molecules themselves might be disordered, chaotic, unable to organize properly to penetrate your cell membranes effectively. Cells don't absorb chaos. They respond to structure. They interact with coherence. And this is where most people miss it completely. This is where hydration actually becomes quantum. Okay, so now I want to introduce you to someone who's changed everything for me that I thought I knew about water. Dr. Gerald Pollack, he's a professor at the University of Washington. He's also a dear friend, has spoken at my conferences, been on our podcast. I encourage you to go back to his show. Dr. Pollack discovered something extraordinary about water. He found that near hydrophilic surfaces that attract water, water doesn't behave like regular bulk water. It forms what he calls an exclusion zone. Easy water. This coherently structured water is different. Actually, it's profoundly different. First, it excludes solutes, things that would normally dissolve in the water and get pushed out in the exclusion zone. Second, it holds a charge. It's negatively charged and acts somewhat like a battery. Third, it's different than regular H2O. Your body absorbs it different. Your cells are able to get nourished with it. Now, here's what's wild. Your body is hydrophilic. Your cells, your membranes, the proteins, your collagen, your entire body is constantly structuring water for you. You're not just a bag of chemicals. You're a living system that organizes water into coherent zones. Hydration isn't just about how much water you're drinking. It's about what your body can build with that water. So this is the physics, not just the chemistry. And once we understand this, everything changes. our body becomes more efficient, more energy, our tissues become bouncier, everything is better. So let's look at nature. This is what inspires us. Nature always has the answers, and it's our problem that we pull ourselves away from nature in these crazy, non-natural environments. But if you think about a river, it's never stagnant for long. It's spiraling, it vortexes, it cascades over rocks, it oxygenates, it absorbs sunlight. As it flows, it's exposed to the moon. It's flowing, it's gaining kinetic energy, and it also changes the surface tension of the water as it's structuring it. That spiral pattern you see in rivers and streams and nature, it's not random. This is coherent motion, and coherence in physics means ordered energy. Now compare that to water that sits in your pipes for hours, or in a plastic bottle, or even a pristine glass on your counter. Stagnant water begins to lose organization. Living water moves. Now let's bring this back to how it relates to your body. When your body moves, your lymph moves, your cerebral spinal fluid moves, it pulses, your fascia glides. The water in you needs to move in order to be organized and for you to be healthy. So when you wake up in the morning, are you getting your morning sun? Are you grounding to the earth? What are these emotions flowing through you? Are you focused on things that are positive? Because all of these things are going to inherently imprint your water body. So movement maintains charge, and it maintains molecular ordering. It supports electric flow and oxygen delivery. And this is why sunlight literally changes your hydration status. This is why grounding helps reduce inflammation. And this is why fascia work makes your skin glow. One of my favorite things to do when I prep for the gym is to get my blood moving. And the way that I do that is by reducing inflammation and adding some nitric oxide to my blood. I love HydroShot. Not only does it taste delicious, but it has hydrogen gas infused into the can, as well as natural occurring nitric oxide from watermelon rind, with green tea, and it's 0 calories. We all know that an essential piece of staying hydrated is electrolytes. Electrolytes, what are those? Those are basically minerals in a liquid solution. And not all electrolytes are made the same. We want one that has all the building blocks for life so that we can build healthy new cells. And the way we do that is having all of our minerals and trace elements balanced and complete. And that's why I love Quinton minerals. Not only do you get all 78 trace elements that your body needs, but Quinton is cold processed and harvested during the plankton bloom on the ocean's floor, where there's so much bioenergetic information that pertains to life. And they capture that information in this double tip ampule. So all you do is open the ampule, put it in your favorite drink, in your water, or you can even put it under your tongue. This is why playful movement is actually hydrating at the cellular level, because you're changing the physics of your water body. You're getting it moving. Sitting in a chair is stagnant energy. I mean, think about water that's been sitting for months. It starts to grow things that are not good for your biology. And moving water is bringing in the minerals and the nutrition and the energy that your body needs, and it's throwing off all the caustic, toxic information. Now, what happens when a battery runs down? It loses charge. It loses the ability to work. It loses structure. It loses its potential. Structured water, it's like charging a battery. When infrared light from the sun hits the water, it builds structure. When water interfaces with hydrophilic surfaces like your fascia, it builds structure. When there's movement, gentle spiraling motion, it also builds structure. And when you stand in the morning in the sun and you let your water body be exposed to the sun, you're literally charging your cells. So this water is like a battery. That's the way we need to think of it. And batteries run life. Every nerve impulse, every muscle contraction, every thought you think, it all depends on a charge separation across membranes. And all of this depends on structured water. So here's the point that I want to get across. I really want this to sink in, that chemistry determines what water carries, and physics determines how water behaves. And biology responds to behavior, not just content. So if we think about it, it's like our body's responding not to just what's in it, but the messaging, the blueprint. And if we think about coherent structured water, it's carrying information, which is like a blueprint. It's like information. If you're going to build a house or you're going to build a structure, we need the blueprint to know exactly how to do it. And this information that's coming from the sun, that's coming from the movement, from the vortexing, is imprinting the water with sacred information that is pertinent to life. All right, so let's connect all of this to our life. Let's make it applicable to our modern world, in fact. Why are so many of us dehydrated despite drinking so much water? So, okay, let's think about this. You wake up, you're probably not waking up with the sun. You have blackout curtains because you needed to sleep in. You grab your phone, blue light hits your eyes before the natural light does. You sit at a desk under LED lights all day. I call that junk food lighting. And you're also wearing rubber-soled shoes. You haven't touched the earth in weeks, maybe months. Your water comes from a bottle that's been sitting in a warehouse or from pipes that are stagnant for hours. It's chemically fine, but structurally dead. You're stressed. Your fascia might be locked up. You haven't moved in a way that feels good, that makes you feel alive, joyful, playful. Now you think that this pristine mineral water sitting in a plastic bottle on your desk, hey, this is going to hydrate me. I mean, it's H2O. The chemistry of water is from the mountains and the sun. It should be fine. But it's a completely different physics because it's been sitting still. So here's what I want you to understand. You can't out-supplement a physics problem. Nikola Tesla said that the future of medicine is going to be frequency medicine, and I completely believe that. Our body's designed to work with living water, water that's been touched by the light, water that's been in motion, water that interfaces with the earth and its minerals. And when you remove those inputs, when you live in a way that's completely divorced from nature's rhythms, you lose the structure that makes hydration actually work in your body. So what do we do with this information? It seems like, it may seem overwhelming. Like, I thought I was just needing to drink clean water and enough of it. I'm not saying wait to throw away your water filter. Clean water does matter. But what I'm saying is that hydration's not just about drinking more water. There's so much more to this story. There's so much more to the hydration story. And it's not just about what we're drinking. It's about what we're doing, because our body is interacting with the water we're drinking. So we need to get sunlight, get the morning sun in your eyes and on all of your skin. It's charging your biological battery. We want movement. We want to move in ways that feel good, like walking, dancing, stretching. Keep your fluids flowing. Another thing is grounding. Touch the earth, your bare feet on the soil, the grass, the cement. Coherence, reduce chaos, reduce stress in your life. Do some meditation, do some breath work. Drink living water when possible. Water that's been in motion. I love using a vortexing unit. I have an apparatus at home. We can put the link in the show notes. It makes all the difference. But nature shows us the blueprint. Water needs to flow, spiral, it needs light, it needs minerals. Living systems mirror rivers. And when you restore movement and light and connection to your life, you restore the structure of your own water body. And when you restore that structure, you're restoring your life and your vitality. And I think that's what we all want. I mean, my life has changed when I changed my water and the way that I treated my water body. So the water crisis isn't just about pollution or toxins. It's about understanding what water truly is. I'm not going to pretend that I have all the answers for water because I'm not God and we're just scratching the surface. But this is something that I wanted to bring to our attention because a lot of people I hear are focused on the chemistry. And I want to stress that the chemistry is only a part of the story. So we're really doing ourselves a disservice if we're just talking about clean water, which water filtration system works. That's such a small fraction. And I felt like it was important to have this conversation today because whenever I meet people, they often say to me, "You're the water girl, right?" And proudly they will announce, "I drink a gallon of water a day. I carry my water bottle with me. Aren't you proud of me?" And it's like, yeah, that's awesome because you're doing a lot better than many other people who aren't drinking water. But if we really want to be healthy, we want to prevent disease, we want to upgrade our life, we want to upgrade how we feel, we want our hormones to have better signaling, every part of our body, we want to be more efficient, then we get to upgrade our water body. And that is focusing on our body and how it interacts with the water we're drinking. So here's what I'd like to recap. The water that we drink is important. We want it to be clean, filtered. We want it to have minerals in it. And we want it to be vortexed, where it's moved through nature. And if we're not in nature and we're in our home, we can buy a vortexing apparatus to help the water spin and get in that motion that's bringing the living frequencies back in and changing the physics of it so it's actually water that our cells want to drink up. Second, we want to focus on our water body, upgrading that, getting our mitochondria healthy, getting our cells nourished and charged and speaking to each other. And how do we get our body nourished and charged? Well, that's why I wrote the book Hydrate. Okay, so I wrote the book Hydrate, and this book is a coffee table book that you can open it up to any page and get a recipe or inspiration for upgrading your water body. But there's 9 chapters in this book, and they go through the 9 pillars of health that are pertinent and essential to upgrading our water body. So the first is water, hydration, minerals, nutrition, sunlight, grounding, sleep, movement, creative playtime, and connected community. These are all essential for making sure that our water body is working at the highest level. So if you have any questions, I would love to answer your questions. You can reach me at hydrate@tracydews.com. Here to help. You can go to my website, tracydews.com. We've got a lot of information on there. I'm starting to publish more blogs with information. You can also visit me on Instagram at Tracy Dews. That's TracyDuhs to get updated on more information. And now I have a new YouTube channel as well, which is Tracy Dews, and we're sharing a lot of fun hydration drip. Thanks for listening.